Hi, my name's Lucy. I live in Malvern, and I just wanted to share with you something that has happened in the last month or two. So I had a difficult time about 6 weeks ago. I went through a breakup, and I got very, very low as a result. And I I hit rock bottom, and I felt despair. I felt sadness. I felt broken. I felt like there was no hope. Really, I felt hopeless, and it was a hard time. And I actually felt like giving up. Um, so I got to the end of myself and stopped eating properly. I stopped sleeping properly. It was all really painful. And I got to one night where I just couldn't sleep, and I had this vision of walking in the hills. I imagined going on a pilgrimage. I just thought, I just don't know what else to do other than just go out and walk and see what happens. And the next day when I woke up, I decided to go to town, and I went and bought a loaf of bread and did my shopping, and I got to my bike, and these two guys popped out, started speaking to me outside the Litherton Well, and they were Elim students, and I'd never met them before, and they're really lovely, down-to-earth, friendly guys, and turns out they were Christians, and they were asking if I went to a church, and I said I went to St Andrews sometimes because my parents go there, and then they started telling me about God, and one of them shared his testimony with me, and it was so powerful that I ended up talking to them for about an hour and a half in the middle of town, and everything around me sort of stopped, and I didn't seem to notice anyone other than them, and I was sort of locked into this powerful conversation, and one of them started praying for me, and I felt really, really moved by the prayer, and I felt a lot of love from these guys, and I just felt something started to change. And when I went home, I suddenly felt this like weight has started to lift from me. I felt hope after feeling so down for weeks, and then from there, I had an email from one of them saying how encouraged they had been to meet me, and a message from God had come to him saying, let's do this together. And I just felt so sort of uplifted and excited. So I met them again for coffee, and I met another friend called Lisa who prayed with me. And after that, I just started to feel so different. I went up into the hills, and I was listening to a Christian song on my phone that had been sent to me from one of the boys, and I just started to feel God's love flooding through my being. I felt utter freedom and joy and bliss. And as I was listening to the song, I took myself to a part of the hills where it was quiet, and I just prayed, and I felt Jesus there with me, and I surrendered to him, and I said, God, I need you. I need you. I need to give my life to you because I can't do it on my own. And from that moment, I just felt so joyful. I can't even explain. It was indescribable. And I ran through the hills. I'd been so weary, I'd been so tired, I literally just didn't have the energy for anything. And I had this surge of energy. I ran through the hills, and I got to the end of the hills, and I sat at the bus stop at the bottom of West Malvern Road, and I just saw the sun setting. And it was just so beautiful, and I was just awestruck. And I felt God fully in that moment. And the days that followed were just so powerful. I felt the Holy Spirit on me. I felt freedom. I felt clarity. I felt pure love. There's no other word for it. And it's changed me. It's changed my heart. I feel my heart has been healed. I feel like the worries and anxieties that I had have been lifted. And that could only be God. So I just wanted to share that because it's been a life-changing experience, and it's available to all of us. And that's just some really great news that I wanted to share. So thank you.
Rejoice, rejoice.